Hello everyone. I will be talking about our project called UIUC Faculty Search, created by me, Arthur Lappin, Tom Rausch, Zin Lee, and Michael Maloney. So the motivation behind this project is that currently there are many types of search engines online, for example Google, and many other UIUC like faculty search engines. However, Google is a search engine that covers the entire web, and other current UIUC faculty search engines, they either do not cover all departments and schools at the University of Illinois, or they do not provide good enough search results. So we decided to create a search engine that covers all UIUC departments and schools with the best possible ranking functions that we can find. So the plan for building this search engine began with first we considered all possible programs and tools to use to build our search engine. So we thought of many different coding languages, many different programs, what type of programs we could use for like servers and things of that sorts. We brainstormed some ideas and found which ones worked the best for us. Then the next plan was to find a web page that contains all UIUC faculty, or go through every single school and department at UIUC and just gather all the faculty all together so that we have a full list of all the UIUC faculty. The next plan was to find all UIUC faculty web page links, gather all of them, and then place them into one text document with each link separated by a new line. The next plan would be to crawl all the gathered links and place all the crawled web page text into a line corpus. Line corpus is, of course, just a database with each web page separated by a new line. Following that, the plan was then to take that line corpus and create an inverted index from it. Then place the line corpus, all the links that we found, and the inverted index, and place it onto a server. Then provide all the necessary configuration files to set up the server and set up the inverted index and the searching that will be performed on our line corpus, and then design a front-end web page for our search engine for the users to use. So just in general, our system is of course a search engine. Now the utility behind it, the usefulness, was one search engine for all UIUC students, faculty, and staff to easily find information regarding any UIUC faculty member. So of course this can be used by anybody looking for just trying to find the webpage of a professor, or trying to find a professor that is studying within a certain research area, or specializes in a certain field of study. So the improvement over other search engines that our search engine has is that it provides relevant faculty given the field of interest, related work, and research work in the query. The domain covers all UIUC departments, schools, instead of specific departments and schools. And the novelty is first known UIUC faculty search engine that uses meta, that of course all of us has worked many times to provide the most relevant links given the query. So how did we actually create this? Is first, of course, like I said in the plan, we gathered all UIUC faculty webpage links. And after we were able to get a whole list of them and have them into one text document, then we used a program called Fandom.js, where we crawled all the links, and we used a Python script to automate this crawling process, as Fandom.js only crawls one web page per run. After we were able to crawl all the web pages and put them into one line corpus, we then used Meta and its software to create an inverted index from that line corpus. And then we used a DigitalOcean to host a server that will hold the inverted index, line corpus, and all links. And of course that should say server. Once we placed everything onto the server, then we used JavaScript for client-side programming to build our front-end web page for the users. So after we did all that, here's our result. If you would like to have a look at it, the link is right here. It's UIUC facultysearch.me. And once you select that, you will see a web page like this show up. If you would like to, you can also just provide the IP address of our server, which is 107.170.83.141. So now I'll show you a couple examples of our search engine in play. Here we searched the professor's name, and of course the first result, as you can see, is his webpage, and then the second one is his personal webpage. So as you can see, the meta search functions, ranking functions, worked very well for our search engine. Then what we also did is we just searched up information retrieval, and we also got the professor's webpage as the first result. We then looked for another field of study, and we searched data mining, and we were able to find that our professor's name was the second. So that was also really good results. And then something just in general, we decided to search for robotics, and the first thing that we came up to was the one that you can see on the bottom right, Professor Seth Hutchinson. And if you look closely right here, you'll see that the reason why his name came up is because this is one of his research interests. So this is really good. So altogether, this project, the search engine, is really good. However, it does have future work and improvements if anybody would like to pick up on the project. The number one thing would be to use a Cranfield evaluation methodology to find the best ranking function. As you saw in the pictures before, the best ranking function was BM25, but just simple testing of all the ranking functions that Meta provides. However, this was only very short testing, and a more broad testing would probably be beneficial to see if maybe there is a ranking function that's even better than BM25. Then another thing that can be done is use implicit feedback to provide better results in the future. So this would require working with other users and just keep on improving the search engine as time goes on. Next thing that can be done is implement a dynamic crawler that updates the database every given period. For now, we have the up-to-date list of all the faculty on there. However, that list of actual UIUC faculty will change as time goes on, so having a dynamic crawler would be beneficial. And the final thing that we think can be done is to provide a web page title instead of a web page link. So when we search any like the professor's name or a field of study, for right now just the web page links are showing up, and it would be beneficial to maybe just have a web page title show up and then maybe like the link right next to it, which would just make it a little bit It'll just make it look a little nicer. So now what I'm going to do is, I did show you some snapshots, but I would like to show you exactly how it works. So of course it's UIUC faculty search, so I searched that already before, and this is what you will get. So if we search up neuroscience, you will quickly get results. If you go on the first link, we'll get this professor who is assistant professor of neuroscience. And of course you have all the related info about him. So in general, this is a really good search engine, and we hope that this will benefit a lot of students in the future if they choose to use this. Thank you very much.